What's up, brothers and sisters? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Hey, my friends. Dude, maybe one of the hottest weeks you have seen in the markets in quite some time. I mean, dude, we had this gap up a couple days ago post-election, and then it's been off to the races. We had the Fed, we had election, a lot of things going. And you know what? It may not look like it's that much heat, because, you know, if you look at it in kind of percentage terms, it's like, yeah, it was a nice day, but so what? Well, there's always nice days. It was holy heat from all different aspects of things. Guys, if you look at market breadth, your T2108, you were up 50% last week. I mean, you just can't write a better week than that. It was across the board how much heat was in the market. You know, if you look at the IWM up 8% last week, a Mag 7 up 8% last week. We've got a lot to uncover here. So let's dig into the market indexes, and then let's go into our trading watch list. Guys, the QQQs was up 5%. So QQQ up 5% for the week is incredible. Having the IWM up 9% is just... I mean, that's probably one of the biggest weeks it's had in quite some time. And beyond that, we are approaching some interesting levels where, you know, we have a breakout in the works, which, like, if this starts to break out, we're really going to have ourselves a end of the year party potentially. And so we want to be just really mindful that this is an all systems is go market. We've been talking about this for a long time. All systems is go. Day trading, swing trading, position trading, investing, it's all in this type of scenario. When you're breaking out on all major indexes, everything works, every strategy works. And you can even see with like crypto busting, Bitcoin just hit 80,000. So guys, if crypto's going and IWM is going, that's when you have, you know, that's when you have some real heat here. And so you can see here, Bitcoin's finally taken out its range here. Dude, it just hit 80,000 today. It's at 80,500 currently. I mean, that's going to be, you know, that's the whole ball game right there. So you got risk on, you got big tech, you've got mid caps, small caps, even the IWC, which is your micro cap index, 9%. You just can't write a better script than that for a week. Now, look, we may get a slight pull at some point next week. You know, we are getting a little bit overbought. I would think if we gap up tomorrow, then, you know, we might get a little bit of a pull in the QQQs. But remember that just because the QQQs pull doesn't mean that the market is going to tank or anything like that. There's a lot of heat. If the QQQ pulls, or even if it just goes sideways, you will see individual stocks going. Friday was one of the hottest days around, and the Qs was pretty much flat on the day, right? But look at all this stuff that was going on. You had earnings plays, and I'm going to be pounding on you guys on this. You should be trading primarily catalyst plays right now. Something with themes that's matching the market. You know, we had election themes, we have Trump themes, and then we have earnings themes. You got to be hammering themes right now because, dude, you see stuff like this. This is an earnings play. This is where your capital has to be, right? You know, you see a stock like AAOI bust loose on earnings. This is where your capital has to be. If you are sitting there trading something that's moving up 1%, 2%, and you have these kind of things that are moving up 50% on the day, then you're not utilizing your capital efficiently. You know, we were just balls deep on this UPST on Friday, right from the open. I think I had a 67.75 entry, then I added more at 68 and just kept adding. Then we added some again at 73. And, you know, you got to keep just hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. That's the market we're in. You only get a few months of this a year where you get this mania, this pizzazz that's happening, and we've got to take a part of it. So don't read too much into the indexes. If the QQQs goes flat for a few days, there's still going to be a lot of earnings plays, a lot of post-earnings plays too going. So let's dig into the watch list. Guys, I love this AAY. I had this on the Gapper list. My buddy Thayer had put this on, from our mentorship group, and it's just got a fantastic look. 20 million shares in volume. It's only got a 35 million share float. Very low market cap too. Left for dead. If you look at this on a longer term basis, it has got a multi-year breakout. Multi-year breaking going back from like 2019, right? Pre-COVID days. We want to be a part of this. Maybe tomorrow it pulls back a little bit or rest, but in this coming week, you've got to stock this thing. Now, beyond that, look at this UPST. This was my big winner of last week. It was up 50%. If you look back here too, look at how much range you're clearing, guys. It used to be $400. It's still only a $5 billion market cap. Maybe tomorrow it's at 6 or 7 or whatever, but still a pretty low market cap, right? Microsoft can't go up 50% a day. A market cap is too big, right? It's a $5 billion company, but it had 40 million shares in volume. That's such a great sweet spot because you have big volume, a little bit higher price, but it's still a low market cap, so you can have the big elongated moves. We got to keep an eye on this. Any weak opens on this one, we've got to come in, step on it, and shred it. This TAM has a beautiful breakout set up for an IPO. It does trade a little bit thin, but be an awesome range on this thing. 20 fucking points. I mean, holy crap. AMSC, we've been talking about this one for just weeks, right? After this big push, we had 4 inside days, and then Friday, it was just bajunkers. Like with the rest of the market, everything started to take off, and dude, that's where we want to be with these kind of things. Like, you can't write a better script than this. So, I love the overall look of this. Let's see, what we got going on for the coming week. This is good stuff. Let's see if we can get some extra follow-through. A week open on this one. I want a red to green this one. Peloton, you got a breakout spot right here. Right? You got a breakout spot right here. This stock is a turd, but this is the right time to do these kind of plays. This is the right time to get your fingers a little bit stinky, right? Get your fingers a little bit stinky and dive into the muck. I'm not talking about penny stocks, low float, micro float stocks, right? I'm talking about just these companies that have been beaten down, that are in that kind of mid-cap, small-cap range. These are going to have heat. We gotta trade them. Tesla's been, obviously the big, on the large cap side, the big winner. If you look here, you're running into a slight bit of, resistance here, but it looks like we've kind of cleared out. All weakness on this is probably going to get bought up at least for a little bit, because a lot of people you had this orderly pullback, and then a lot of people kind of missed this, and you'll see it, maybe all dips are going to get bought on this, but it is very extended. I wouldn't short this right now. Theoretically, this is a rubber band short, but I just don't think this is the market to be trying to step in front of names and just get trampled. If you miss a fade on something, who cares, right? Just bide your time, and make sure that you're playing it like you would in a bull market. Coin, with Bitcoin just ramping, look at this breakout that's setting up on Coin. Now, does it need a rest? Yes. Should I short it? Probably not, right? But you've got yourself a huge breakout. Now, we need an inside day on this, something just a rest day. But we want to hit this. If it starts to clear out this range, the exact spot is probably a little bit more on the 280 side, but we have ourselves, right? Just a little bit of fun here that's happening. Boom. Just a little bit of fun that's happening here. Man, and if you look back, this thing was 20 bucks, 30 bucks, right? And now it's coming all the way back. Don't be surprised to see this thing, if the market can keep up into the end of the year and it can have a proper rest and it runs into the 400s back to its IPO highs. I love the look, but it needs a day of rest. I wouldn't chase any gap up on this, but any weak opens on this, say this thing gaps down 10 bucks tomorrow or something, which it could just because it's overbought. Those I think are buying opportunities. VST had earnings out. You had a little bit of a rest day on Friday post earnings. I think this 144 It sends it. Keep an eye on that. On the large cap side, you got AVGO right here as a breakout. If this thing can cook through, I think we want to try to take this one also. MU, I've been posted on this one for a little bit. We had a rest day on this too. The rest day was probably in the cards because you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days that had been going up. Guys, whenever you have a stock that runs 4 or 5 days, you need rest days. Stocks get their power from consolidation. They get their power from basing. We want to see these things congeal. It helps build up power for the next run. And then, of course, we got Mongo Bongo here. I think this is a swing trade. It's not a hot momentum stock. But, when you're looking for things that could be swing trades that you could hold through for a couple days, I think something like this could be in the works. Something like PanW's got a big breakout on this too. Like these are probably the kind of stocks you want to swing trades. They'll kind of grind up over the course of, some time here. And then I got this INOD on Watchlist, 10 million shares in volume yesterday. It had its earnings out. Dude, can you... you can't beat a better run than this. This IPO breakout. Let's watch for some weakness on this thing tomorrow. The float on this is only 23 million. So even though it's a $40 stock, it's a low float name. It's only a $700 million market cap. I guess it'll be $1 billion on Monday, but that's going to have some legs on it. We don't want to chase this up. Once again, if it gaps up, I'll leave it alone. But if you get a weak open or a flat open, man, I want to be a part of this bad boy. So, guys, that's the watch list. Look, my original watch list is damn 100 names. I try to just kind of filter through some of these for you guys that maybe are not as extended because there's these names that are just beautiful like Apple Oven. But look, this thing was $150. It's at $300 fucking dollars right now. Like, sorry for the swearing. What can we do with this? It's going to need the poll, but man, look at the range on this. You had a flag on this and it popped $25. Like it opened at 250, 245 on Friday. So, damn. Talk about range, man. This is app loving, man. When you think about that, like how mind-boggling, man, app loving's moved $50 a day. Like it's like old school Tesla. That's pretty damn cool. So, hot market, focus, guys. This is the time to focus. There's times where the market is just shit, and you can have your time to have some vacations and some breaks and all of this kind of thing. Right now is the time to really, really focus. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Dude, peace in the Middle East, my friends. Peace. If I could turn back time